Hello my fellow hunters and welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you can join me today because we're going to do a pretty long run today, but we're actually going to go through the entire Nightmare of Mensis. I had a request from one of my subscribers and I think this is a fitting video to do for this person because why not? So let's get inside and play the Nightmare of Mensis in Bloodborne.
Why are you running?
Here we go, my friends. We are playing the Nightmare of Mensis, which is a progression area. It's needed if you want to finish the game. The bosses that you will encounter in this area is, of course, Mikolash, the host of the Nightmare, and then later on, further when we go to Mogo's Loft, we'll find the Witness as well. But a couple of things you need to remember in this thing. The Eye of Mensis is this big eyeball that's hanging in the middle of a tower. And that thing is going to frenzy you if you run towards the castle. It's just a given. So if you have some sedatives on you, make sure you equip those if you're unsure about this. There's a scurrying beast over here that has a couple of blood chunks that you use to upgrade your weapon to get to past +7 up to +10. There's some frenzied cold blood over here. Lantern right behind these rocks. Okay, and there's actually some blood vials right in front of that silver beast over there where that little flame is burning. But unless you're not sure about it, don't go for them. I'm just going to run past these enemies. Like I said, the eyeball is going to frenzy you. So it's not going to be that bad depending on the armor you're wearing. I'm wearing the knight's garb. It kind of looks cool on the female characters. It looks like some spreading wings. It looks good on the male characters as well, but it does look good on the female characters. I'm just running past these silver beasts. You can fight them to your heart's content, but remember, you're in the eye view of the eye, so if it sees you, it's probably going to kill you. Be very careful of these giants. Don't go for these pickups back here just yet. Get rid of these giants because, as you can see, they love throwing rocks, and not just little rocks, very big rocks. It's not very safe because that could actually be a one-hit. Another blood chunk there behind the wall there. There's a couple of them in here. A couple of nice pickups actually in this area. You see what's happening there is the eyeball is actually frenzying one of the enemies on the stage as well. So you can get some free blood acres like there. I mean, you didn't do anything, but the eye basically killed him. You can sneak up on these people, give them a visceral, these giants. Already got rid of those. Be careful of those rocks, it could be a one-shot. I'm pretty sure your level should be something between 80 and maybe 100 to play the stage comfortably. Well, he drops some twin blood shards, and here's another blood chunk down here. We're going to head into the castle or the building. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have a build, if you have a character that's around 80 or something like that, you should be okay. Now you could run through there. All those spiders are going to drop down. We're going to take the safe route because there's some King Cold Blood over there. You don't need to kill the spider. He's not going to do anything. There's some Madman's Knowledge over there for you. You can kill him. You'll see as soon as you drop down here, the spiders will drop and they'll start chasing you. There's some Shaman Bone Blades over there. Very cool thing. I did a video not too long ago, but I'm going to make a longer video about how the Shaman Bone Blades work. Now you'll see these spiders, they start following you, but they never pass through this gate. Now my tip to you is don't fight that hunter just yet. Just leave him. You'll come back and fight him later because he can be quite tough. But do remember to activate this elevator and go down to where there's a second lantern, which is actually closer. This lantern is the Mogo's Loft base lantern. Should you die with the boss or any one of the other enemies, you can actually just respawn at this thing. There's a couple of these giants down here. We're going to get rid of this big guy over here. Just hit him until he dies. They are easy to visceral. You can do that, but I messed up. I was healing at the wrong time there and all this stuff. as soon as he's airborne, you can, like there, actually give him a visceral with your pistol. So he just chucked those rocks very far. I mean, that was wow. But next to that giant is actually a very cool ruin. It's one of the eye ruins. And actually, when you equip it on your Carol ruins, it just helps you to find more obscure stuff and all that stuff. So there's that ruin. Usually they drop either blood vials or twin blood shards, or any consumable you can use to upgrade your weapon. But that's the only things in that little area. We're going to continue up into the building here. I've grown quite fond of using blue elixirs, and I'll tell you why in just a little moment. You don't need to fight these little robot men. There's one beast pellet over there. You don't really need to fight these guys. They don't get aggressive until you start attacking, so you can just run past them. There's some blue elixirs over here. I think there's 2 of them over here. Now, why I love using them in this area, once you activate them, those big lady troll things, they don't really see you. So it's actually safer for you to run past them because they have quite a big reach with their axes and their chains. There's a madman's knowledge there. That cage on the right side, we're not going to go there yet. We're going to get into this cage and go up. Now, for this... Okay, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. There's some crows with dog's heads over there. There's a little bit something went wrong here. The crows have dog's heads and the dogs have crow heads. I don't know what the hell, what happened here. Something very broken. But there's actually a very nice tempering stone right above you at this area. And I do implore you to go for it because it's going to bump up your weapon's physical attack quite a bit. So just run towards this cage and roll into it. Don't jump, roll into it. Get rid of that dog. It's a Blood Gem 5, so it's a pretty good one if you're starting off the game. Always remember whenever you see a cage or a shortcut, open it up before you move on, and you maybe die and you have to do the run all over again. There's 2 of these dogs down here. Now what you're going to find here is some more kin blood and another blood chunk. Just going to get rid of one. You can actually keep these dogs at bay with your pistol. Your pistol works very good with this. Right, there's some kin called blood, and here's another blood chunk for you. Very important in the second part of this video that you activated this little elevator over here, because you're going to use all 3 of these elevators at once. I'll explain it as soon as we get to that part. But yes, we are heading towards a very irritating boss, but I'm going to show you one of the easy ways to defeat him. He can be hard in his second phase. The more dangerous pieces of enemies is actually these skeletons. To me, they're more dangerous than Mikolash. But yeah, let's listen to the guy talk. Safest thing I can suggest is, first kill this skeleton over here, otherwise he's going to bother you. Then go inside the room when Mikolash is going to try and run to. Kill these skeletons first, and then you go for Mikolash, chase him into the thing. Otherwise they're just going to be a thorn in your side. And they're actually more dangerous than Mikolash in my opinion, because they hit very hard. And I mean, if you haven't opened up the shortcuts and all that stuff, it could be quite frustrating. He is a very frustrating boss because he just runs around. But you'll see the pattern that I'm following. If you do this exactly what I'm doing here, you'll get him in the cage as soon as possible. You can get past the stage very fast and quickly. This boss fight. Most of the times, people just run after him and they chase him like crazy, and they can't figure out the patterns and stuff. At that point, he's standing in front of the door. Now, what I usually do is I use my fire paper and a beast blood pellet on my sword cleaver, and I just hack and slash him, and I just jump out the way whenever he does his tentacle attack. His Auger of Ebritas, as it's called. Just going to move out his way there as well, and just hack and slash him, let him Right, we're going for his second phase. To run out there, go up the stairs. We are going to return to these stairs a little bit later on because there's actually another ruin and some blood chunks that way, but don't go that way until you finish the boss fight. Some blood vials over there. Be careful of these guys. The one guy has a crossbow. He got me. Unfortunately, you can run past him. You can fight him if you really want to, but it's a boss fight, so don't waste your consumables. Now, what I want Mikolash to do here, I want him to run towards... usually, when you chase him, you know, he's going to run down here and he's going to go for the mirror. There's some cold blood there, and there's actually, he's going to try and bait you towards this mirror. Come and get this iron door key, very important thing, because there's actually a shortcut in this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bait him. I want him to come and stand right there in the middle where that skeleton just died, because I want to bait him towards that mirror. Now, how you do that? You have to get him to run up the stairs now and jump down into the little area. If he does that, you can kill him one of the easy cheese ways. You can throw him with poison knives and you can shoot him with your pistol. You can just wind him down. He just stands still unless you start chasing him like I just did. If he just stands on the thing, you can throw Molotovs at him. You can throw anything at him. But that's not the method I want to show you. I want to show you the one where he keeps on spawning through the mirror when you throw him with a poison knife and all that stuff. It's actually one of the more effective ways. You can fight him in the cage, you know. There's so many ways that you can defeat this boss, but once he goes into his second phase and he's in that cage, he's going to throw a lot of stars at you. He's actually going to make your life very difficult. Follow this way. If you can get him to run up here, he's going to go to the left, you go to the right. There's a blood chunk over there, pick that up. Jump down into this hole over here. Get rid of these skeletons. You see, he's standing there waiting for you to... He wants to run this way. We're basically blocking him. We don't want him to come in here, but that's when he's at his dangerous. I'm going to take a poison knife. I'm going to activate some fire paper. I'm going to activate the beast blood pellet. Go straight for the skeleton. Throw one poison knife at him. He glitches out. Get rid of this skeleton, but make sure you hit him as well. You see what happens there? He keeps on coming through the mirror. I don't know why this happens. It's probably because of the poison knife. It keeps on regenerating him or whatever. But this is a very easy and effective way to get rid of Mikolash without running around for like 20 or 30 minutes. Because it can actually take that long. And that's it. That's how you get rid of Mikolash. Now, usually you would go for, if this is your first time doing this, usually you would go for the lantern and you would continue on to Mogo's loft. Of course, you get the Mensis cage, that cage that he wears on his head, which is actually also a very nice thing. If you store those and you save those, you can, depending on how many you have, if you have 3 of those, then it means you already played the game. It's a game plus 2, you know, so it's a way for you to keep track of how you, because you only get 1 Mensis cage per game, per playthrough. So, but yeah, what I want to say is we're going to head back down the stairs because I want to go and get, there's another very nice ruin. If you're farming for echoes and all that stuff, it's one of the moon ruins that you need to go and get. Plus there's some blood chunks down there. So now you can get rid of these guys. You're safe. You should be okay. And we can pick up some more of these blood vials because we use those. So we're back on 2020. That's cool. The first thing you're going to see here is a scurrying beast going down. Chase him down as quickly as you can. I think he carries about, 3 blood chunks? Bloodstone chunks? Yes. Further on, you're going to find 2 more of those little metal men. I think that is actually sedatives, if I'm not mistaken. Just bait these guys and try and fight them separately. They can be tough depending on the strength and the build of your character. You give me a dirty blood gem, yes, sedatives. Now you're going to find one of those ugly ladies here down here as well, those big ladies with the chains. bait the smaller guy first or the lady first. Don't go and just try and pick up the thing. Kill them first and then go for the pickup, the moon. This is actually the second moon ruin. Okay, well she came first, so just going to try and get a visceral on her over here. As soon as she starts swinging, there we go. She's probably going to drop a dirty blood gem as well, which is also a gem that you add to your weapon. Yes. Watch out for this guy with his crossbow. And there is your second moon ruin, which you equipped in the church. Now what the moon ruins do is, once you equip those, they actually, when you kill enemies, you gain more blood echoes. So if you want to, you want to upgrade your character the legit way, the proper way, very nice to use all three of the ruins. I am going to show you where to find the third one as well. There is actually a video on the channel where you find these moon ruins and how you obtain all three of them, but in this video you'll see where we find these two at least. So yes, we are heading towards that bridge that actually rose up. We find the lantern here and we're gonna start playing Murgoslav Middle right as soon as I get back. Right, we are going to go to the right hand side here. There's some blood chunks over there, 2 crows and a dog, or 2 dogs and a crow, whatever you want to call them. Main aim is I want to show you how to get to that bridge over there, because there's actually, this is where you find the blood rock, the item that you use to take your weapon up to a +10 to its maximum level. We're not going to activate that elevator yet, but come to this part first before you continue, and let's go for the blood rock first, plus the other consumables in this place. It may take you a couple of tries to learn how to jump through that little hole there, but you should be okay. Inside this chest you'll find one of the chalice consumables, which is the inflicted organ. Now usually I would use a blue elixir here, but I actually use the beast blood pellet first, and if you activate a beast blood pellet then you can't use the blue elixir. Don't ask me why. Be very careful of these winter lanterns or the ladies with the big heads. They can frenzy the hell out of you, so always keep your sedatives close by. There's actually some frenzied blood over here. I think it's behind this. Yes, it's over here. Oh, some kin blood, okay. And there's 2 more ladies on the next bridge. Get rid of them as quickly as you can. As long as you, if you're fast on the trigger, get rid of them and then just heal up with your sedatives. And you should be okay. I think I waited a bit here for my fire paper to maybe regenerate, because I want these gemstones. Now what these winter lanterns drop is what's called cursed gemstones. Sometimes they can be good for your weapons, sometimes they bugger up your weapon. Sometimes it'll take down the weapon's durability by 50% or something. This is actually a very nice tempering stone, the one I just picked up there again. Whenever you go back to the Hunter's Dream, play around with these gemstones that you pick up. Gain the most advantage you can out of your weapon by adding this stuff and bettering and upgrading your weapon as much as you can. It's only going to make the game easier for you. Some spiders there. Now, this is where you find the Eye of Mensis. It's this big eyeball congealed thing. There it is over there. That's the thing that was frenzying the hell out of you. Just pull this lever, little cutscene, and make it drop into the depths. That's the enemy where you actually find the third moon ruin, the one that I was talking about a little bit earlier. There's another cool little consumable in one of the chests here next to one of those eyeball ladies. It's called the choir bell. Now, if you have enough arcane, your arcane rating is it's good enough, you can actually use that when you play with your friends to heal them. You're gonna substitute some of your health to heal some of your friends. Very cool little item to have. The Mensis scholar actually uses that when you fight Ibritas. Whenever your health goes down, he uses this item. It's a little bell that actually heals you or whoever you're playing with. Be careful when you run across these beams, very easy to fall off. Now there's a couple of very nice pickups on this bridge. You see the eyeball has fallen down, so you can't frenzy you anymore. So there's a lot of Great One's Wisdom, some arcane gems. The Great One's Wisdoms, if you crush them, you gain 2 insights instead of just 1. There's a Madman's Knowledge over there, but there's a Blood Tinge one over here that you actually put on your firearm. 1 Madman's Knowledge over here. Now you remember that iron door key that we picked up while we were fighting Mikolash. This is the iron door over here, so you can just unlock this, and it's actually another nice little shortcut. Should you have forgotten something or you want to get to the Blood Rock via a different route, but this actually, you're back in the boss area there, but I mean the boss isn't there anymore, so it's just a nice little shortcut to have as well. But now we're going to go get the Blood Rock. Be very careful when you drop into this tower because there's a big hole. Don't fall into the hole because you're probably going to die. Don't fall into that hole because that's where the eyeball is. And there is your Blood Rock, which you use in the Hunter's Dream to upgrade your weapon to a +10. Now you remember that NPC that I told you not to fight yet. This is a cheesy move, but it works. You can just, gain his attention by firing a shot at him or throwing something at him or making a noise. He's going to stand at the bottom of this little broken balcony, so you can take any weapon you want and basically just swipe at him from here, from the balcony, and it's very unlikely that he's going to hit you. If he also uses the Auger of Ibritas, those tentacle things, but if you have a long-range weapon, you can get rid of him as quickly as that. You can fight him legit if you really want to. I'm just showing you some easy ways if you're playing this for the first time. Okay, he dropped some sedatives. Now remember what I said also about all the little elevators. Make sure this is the quickest way to get back to where you started, Murderghost Loft Middle. There's a yellow backbone in this thing, which is also a chalice consumable. You use that to gain access into certain chalices. It's probably the Loran chalices, that's where you use that stuff. We're going to go down this elevator. We're going to go up the little one. And then we're going to go up another one, and then we're actually right back where we started. You don't have to go to a lantern to just, respawn. Just run this way. We're going to take this one to where you gain access to Mikolash, the boss fight. And then we're just going to use the elevator that you use to jump into the wall. It's that one over there. So just use these 3 elevators and you're right back where you started. And you already got your Blood Rock. So I hope that helps. It's a very nifty little way. I've pissed off quite a few online invaders. If they're chasing me around, I know about the elevators. They'll go down, I'll go up or whatever. So it's quite fun. The elevator at the back of me, we're going to get to that one just now. Now you're going to find a couple of shadows of Yharnam here. I think there's a total of 8, if I remember correctly. Various ones. The one with the katana, the one with the flame breath and the candle, and then of course the one that throws the fireballs. You can get viscerals pretty easy on these guys. They're not that hard. They do have the coolest little faces. If you look very quickly, you can actually see their little skeleton faces. I wish you could get their weapons. I wish their weapons was also consumable that you can get. The closest to armor that you can get is the graveyard set. There is a video on the channel as well on where you find the graveyard set. But yeah, you can't find that specific weapon. It looks like a Tornitras, but not. It doesn't have any electricity to it. You can get a Tornitras, but that long sword they used, no. Right, blood chunks over here. You should have enough blood chunks now to upgrade one weapon. I mean, throughout this whole area you're going to find a lot of them. There's actually a little scary beast down there, but we're not going to go there yet. Just going to show you what to do with these pigs. Now you can very easily kill this pig by whistling it. It's going to drop some blood vials. Do not go for those lights in the distance just yet. Wait just a bit. We're going to get rid of the pigs first. You can fight the pigs, but you can use the pigs to your advantage. Get their attention and just run past them. Run towards the shadows. You see those shadows walking over there. Most likely the pigs are going to follow you like they're doing here, and they are going to attack the shadows, so they can actually help you in this area. But be careful, you can also take hits. Now you have a ton of enemies around you, so get the pigs to fight the shadows of Yana. Yeah, I almost got killed there, you see there. So while the pigs are busy playing with the shadows back here, we're going to go down here, get another blood chunk, and get rid of these other two shadows over here. There's one in this little doorway here. Just get rid of him. Pick up that blood chunk. Get rid of this one, looking over the balcony here into the distance. It's pretty quiet up there, so I'm not sure who survived the battle of the pigs and the shadows, but we'll see. If you come back this way, you remember that scary little beast I told you about? He drops another 3 blood chunks. So like I said, by this time you should have enough blood chunks to maybe do 2 weapons, depending on what consumables you gathered throughout the game. But yes, this is how you get to this part. That was probably the last. No, it's not. It's not the last pickup. There's actually another one over here. So I'm not sure who survived the massacre here. You might fail the first time or a couple of times. Oh, only one shadow survived. Any pigs survived? No pigs. Okay, cool. Oh, there's one shadow. They usually drop either bullets or blood vials. So just gonna get rid of Mr. I love that sword. I wish we could get that sword. Right. Behind that tree is 2 pickups. You see the one light there. It's also kin cold bloods, which, as you know, you crush them to gain some blood echoes as well to upgrade your character. Over here is I think this is a nourishing damp thing, and that's a blood vial that I did not go to pick up because I just figured I'm going to pick up those. This is a very nice farming area. If you're playing the game for the first time, you can use this place over and over again just to farm for blood echoes. And I mean, if you equip the moon ruins as well, it's going to help you out immensely to upgrade your character. Here we find the Numerian Queen. Such a nice little hidden thing. She's standing there crying, her hands are bound. There's blood on her sternum because she already gave birth, or I don't know if the baby was stolen from her. There you find Yosefka's blood vial, which you can actually get in the beginning of the game if you kill the little blue bubble, or if you talk to Yosefka through the door. This elevator is activated, so should you die in the boss fight, you just come back up the stairs, up the elevator, and you're right at the boss door. You don't have to take that long route again. So yeah, every time you see a shortcut activated, it's just going to make the game easier for you. But yeah, very interesting seeing the Numerian Queen standing there. It's actually a boss that you're going to fight in one of the last chalices. It was one of the last bosses I had to fight to get my platinum in the game. But yes, we're going to go into this area and fight Murgo's Witness. And a very interesting thing I'm going to show you after the boss fight. I don't know if a lot of people know this. The queen is standing there looking up at this area and she's crying. Once you're done with this boss fight, light the lantern, but don't go to the Hunter's Dream just yet. Go back down. There's this very cool little animation where she actually bows to you. And she kind of thanks you for doing this. It's one of those little hidden gems. And of course, one of my favorite bosses design-wise. This thing just looks so gnarly. Be very careful of all those arms. If you have poison knives, you can actually poison this boss. It just chips away at her power a little bit, little by little, but it does help on the long run. There's different methods on how to fight this boss. I just go for the hack and slash. You know, I'll sometimes use the poison knives, but be very careful of those attacks. It's usually in threes. Get away as fast as you can because it could be a one shot. She's very dangerous with all these arms of hers. You can always try and get her out of that animation, because what she does is she turns off the lights and then there's two of her. So the best thing you can do now is just run and just keep on running. Don't try and fight them because there's two of them. As you can see, I'm already close to defeating her, so just wait and run around until the lights come back on. There is a method where you can actually log onto the one and just keep her in your focal vision, but this works as well. If you really need to heal, make sure you're away from the enemies and you're not in danger of being hit. Because instead of 8 arms now, there's what, 16? I think. This boss scared the crap out of me the first time I played this game. It was, as soon as the lights come on, there should be only one. Sometimes the game glitches a little bit and both of them stay there. But luckily it didn't happen in this video. Like I say, I just go for the hack and slash move. Fire, she doesn't like fire, she doesn't like lightning. Just be very careful, take your time with every boss fight, never get too greedy. But that's it, my friends, that's how you play the Nightmare of Mensis and Mogoslov Middle. Very cool little area, a lot of great pickups, and you'll see, I'm just going to quickly show you. This has always been so disturbing to me. Are those the skeletons of children, or are they skeletons of the little messengers? Because there's a lot of skeletons there. Also, where you find one of the 4 umbilical cords. It says 3rd umbilical cord, but there's actually 4 in the game. There's also a video on the channel that you can check out on where to find all the umbilical cords, because they are needed. 3 of them are needed to fight the secret boss, which is the moon presence. But go check out those videos. Now, I wanted to show you this because this is so cool to me. Now she's not crying anymore, but she's just standing there. And as soon as you get close enough, she just gives you this little bow, just this little acknowledgement or thank you. You see there? It's so cool. Basically telling you, thank you so much for doing that. Now, this is basically the last progression boss in the game. If you return to the Hunter's Dream now, it's going to be a little bit different because the church is actually going to be on fire. German is not going to be in the building anymore, and that when you talk to the doll, she's actually going to tell you that German is waiting for you at the foot of the great tree, and you need to go into where you can actually go and fight him. You can submit your life, or you can fight him and fight the moon presence. There's 3 endings to this game, which you actually need if you want to go for your platinum. So I always suggest, if you go and fight German, fight him first and try and get the moon presence fight as quickly as you can. Do that one first. Do the submit your life last.
This night and this dream will end. German awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Still, I love this game. It's such a beautiful piece of art. We now know that there may never be a remake or a sequel, but yeah, that's it. But that's it, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. It was a lengthy video. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the subscribing, and thank you so much for all the comments. Like I said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and be safe. Cheers, my friends.